It's Zach. So today I'm going to talk to you about variables, the assignment operator, functions, and help. So in R and in other programming languages, you can use what are called variables to store information that you want to use later. So a variable has two parts. First, it has a name, and second, it has a value. So for example, if you write x equals 2, you create a new variable called x, and the value of that variable is 2. Who would have guessed it, huh? So to assign a value to a variable, you have to use the assignment operator. So there are two assignment operators in R, and mostly we'll be using the equals operator because it's easier to type than the less than minus 1. So for example, to set x equals to 3, you do this. And then now x is 3. Of course, if you write this, it also sets y equals to 4. And sometimes you'll see other people prefer to use this operator instead. So it's good to know what it is, even if you prefer to use the other one. It's up to you which one you want. We are a free society. All right. So after you've assigned a value to a variable, you can use that stored value in a calculation. For example, x plus y is 7 because x is 3 and y is 4. One important thing to note about R is that R is a case-sensitive language. So that means uppercase and lowercase or little and big letters are different. So for example, if little n is equal to 5, then of course little n is 5, but big N is unknown or undefined. Right? So this error tells you that this variable hasn't been defined yet and it doesn't exist. So there are some rules you have to take note of when you name variables. For example, if you type this question mark make names, you'll find some of the rules there. I think basically what you need to know is you need to start your variable name with a letter or a dot, and then you either start with a letter or you start it with a dot and and a letter, not a number. And there's some reserved words that you can't name variables, such as if and else and so on, which we will talk a bit about in the future. Next, we have functions. So in programming, a function is basically a set of code that you kind of self-contain and you give it a name and you can call it easily when you need to use it. So for example, the square root function is a predefined function. sqrt is the square root function. It computes the square roots, as the name suggests. The round function helps you to round a number to n number of decimal places. The max function finds the maximum value. The toUpper function converts a character string to uppercase. So if you're really angry, this function will come in handy. Lastly, sometimes you encounter a function but you're not sure how to use it, in which case you can use the help function for help about it. So for example, if you want to find out more about the mean function, because since you feel so angry because someone is being mean, then you type help mean like so, and you see the help file appear in the bottom right hand part of RStudio. Alternatively, you can use the question mark operator, question mark sum. So this gives you the help for the sum function. Alright, that's all for now. See you next time. Bye.